welcome to the Northern Counties East League podcast. I'm Richard Watts. I'm now joined by League General Manager Matt Jones.
Hello and welcome to the official podcast of the Northern Counties East Football League. Another busy weekend has passed, and with the season end getting ever closer, the promotion race in both divisions is certainly proving to be exciting, with the top teams really consistent and dropping very few points. Silsden maintained their 4-point lead over Hallam in the Premier Division. The leaders recorded a 2-0 win over Penistone Church, while Hallam beat Frickley Athletic by the same 2-0 scoreline. Galkey United remained third after a 3-0 win over Winterton Rangers, while fourth place Thackley's title hopes are over. They were ended by a 2-1 defeat at home to Handsworth, means they now can no longer win the title. Beverley Town moved back into the playoff places after an injury time goal gave the Beavers a 2-1 win at Rossington Main. And Beverley move above Albion Sports, who could only draw 2-2 with Tadcaster Albion on Friday night. Albion Sports missed another opportunity to go back above Beverley when they lost 2-1 at home to Handsworth on Monday evening. Pickering Town have had a great season, much improved on last year, but their playoff hopes have ended after a 1-0 defeat at home to Bottisford Town. We now know that the two relegation positions will be filled by Goole and Winterton Rangers, although Goole continued their recent revival with a 2-1 win at Knaresborough Town, a result that probably condemns Winterton to finish bottom. The Vikings are now 4 points clear of Winterton, with just 2 games remaining for each side. It's a 3-horse race for the Division 1 title, with Horbury Town, Wakefield and Wombwell Town all winning again. Horbury were 4-0 home winners over Harrogate Railway Athletic, and the leaders remain 5 points clear of second place Wakefield, who won 3-1 at playoff chasing Worsbridge Bridge Athletic. That extends Wakefield's unbeaten run to an impressive 23 games and 7 straight wins. They have 3 games in hand over Horbury. It's going to be interesting to see if Wakefield can catch the long-term leaders. Don't rule Wombwell Town out of the title race either. Wombwell kept in touch with a 3-0 win at Yorkshire Amateurs, a result that confirms that the Amas will finish in a relegation position at the end of the season. With 14 straight defeats and just 15 points on the board from 38 games and a goal difference of -90, it's certainly been a tough season for the Leeds-based side. The other 2 relegation spots are still being contested, with 7 sides still not safe. Appleby Frodingham made it 3 wins out of 4, with a 2-1 win at Swallownest, who are not mathematically safe themselves yet in 15th place. Swallownest remain 1 place above Louth Town, who were beaten 2-1 at home by Dronfield Town, 2 more sides who are not yet safe. And Louth, so both those sides remain embroiled in the relegation scrap. Athersley Recreation gave their survival hopes a boost. They've been on a recent poor run, but they recorded a 3-1 win at Shelley on Friday evening to move above their host in the table. The other team not yet safe is Nostell Miners Welfare, who drew 1-1 at home to Clubthorne Colliery. On to the coming weekend, and we start with an unprecedented 5 matches on Friday evening, with games at Albion Sports, Barton Town, Durnan District, Harrogate Railway and Wombwell Town. There are a further 7 games in the Premier Division on Saturday, with 8 more in Division 1. And full details of all the fixtures can be found on our website at www.ncefl.org.uk. Finally, we now know the semi-final lineup for the JCP Construction Northern Counties East League Cup in memory of James Hitchcock, with Knaresborough Town drawn at home to Penistone Church in a game that will be played on Tuesday the 1st of April, followed by Beverley Town versus Silsden on Tuesday the 8th of April. 2 great cup ties in prospect. Until next week, thank you as always for listening.
Quick look at the feeder leagues, looking at the Central Midlands League. First place Dinnington Town, who've got 73 points from 26 games. That's 24 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat. Second place Doncaster City, who are on 72 points from 25 games, 24 wins and 1 defeat. And they've got a huge point advantage over third place Hatfield Town, who are on 47 points from 25. And then Elite AFC, who are on 42 from 26. Looking at the Sheffield and Hallamshire League, Outbridge lead, 52 points from 23 games. Hemsworth Miners Welfare are second, 48 from 23. Then Stocksbridge Park Seals Reserves are third, they've got 40 from 22. Wombwell Main, 40 from 23. And Hepworth United, 39 from 22. Moving on to West Yorkshire, Hall Green United in first place, 43 points from 21. Second are Ripon City, 39 from 25. But in third place, Littleton, 38 points, but they've only played 16 games. Fourth, Oxenhope Recreation, 36 points from 21. And fifth, Poole, who've got 36 from 22. Moving on to the Lincolnshire League. First place, Netleham, 50 from 20. Second place, Crowell Colts, 49 from 20. Third, Immingham Town, 44 from 19. Fourth, Wyberton, 34 from 21. Fifth, Ruston Sports, 33 from 17. And sixth, Skegness Town Reserves, 31 from 18. And finally, the Humber Premier League. First to South Cave United, 64 from 27. Second, Skullcoats Amateurs, 57 from 27. Third, Headon Rangers, 46 from 28. Fourth, Reckitt's, 46 from 26. Fifth, Pocklington Town, 42 from 27. And sixth, Live Supplies, 42 from 23.
Right, good evening, everyone. Tonight, Aaron's not with us, he's working. So we've just got myself, Si, Adam, and Jordan. Good evening, guys.
Evening.
And also, good evening to our listener, who we do it all for. Right, let's dive in then for the first Friday, going back to Friday the 14th last week. We had a match in the Prem. It was Tadcaster 2, Albion 2. So plenty of goals in that one, 4 goals. Points shared. And then in Division 1, we had Shelley 1, Athersley 3. So a good win for Athersley at Shelley. Then we dive into Saturday in the Prem. Campion 0, Barton 1. Well, that's a good result for Barton because, as Aaron was saying last week, they had 5 defeats on the trot. And I don't think Aaron was that confident when he was saying last week we're going to Campion. I don't think he thought we wouldn't get a lot, but they came away with a win. So that's a good result for Barton. Good result indeed. And then we've got next Hallam, still on the tails of Silsden. Hallam 2, Frickley 0. Did you see the crowd, guys? What the crowd was that night? On that afternoon?
A big one, wasn't it? Really good crowd.
Yeah, 717. They're certainly packing them in down there at Sandygate, aren't they? They certainly are.
Okay.
And then we come to Knaresborough 1, Goal 2. Well, and it's a match I didn't see. I've only missed 2 matches this year, but I was away with family down south. And both times when I've been away, they've won. So it could be all down to me. I could be a Jonah.
That's the secret.
I think that my mates that were texting me afterwards, stay away, Bob, in future, you know. It's down to you. But that's a great result because, as I always say on this podcast, going to Knaresborough is a tough place to go. And we've had very little success over the seasons at Knaresborough. But as I understand it, Adam Priestley, their top marksman, he put them in front in the 17th minute, 1-0 up. But then, according to reports, Gould was well in it and was on top quite much of the game. And it was that man, again, Jimmy Isles, ex-Wakefield. He scored in the 42nd, and then the best of all, a last-minute winner. If you're going to win a game, win it in the 90th minute. Well, that's definitely, isn't it? If you're going to win, because you don't give the opposition much time to come back. And looking at Gould's record, we've taken 16 points from the last 12 matches. 16 points from the last 12 matches. And we only took 9 points from the previous 24. Now that's a turnaround. If we'd had that form in the beginning of the season, we wouldn't be where we are. Half the games and nearly double the points. It's remarkable. So, but it's I'm afraid it's too little, too late for us. But at least the guys are still showing determination and to give it 100% when they go out and get as many points as we can. And just a note on Jimmy Iles, in these last 12 games, I've just talked about the points, he has scored 11 times. So that's good when you're second bottom of the league. Jimmy's still putting the balls in the net. So that's well done, Jimmy. Well done, Jimmy, indeed. So moving on in the Prem, Parkgate 2, Eccleshill 1. Good result for Parkgate. Pickering 0, Bosford 1. Good away with Bosford. Rossington 1, Beverley 2. Did you go, Adam?
No, I didn't go. They've literally played each other a few days beforehand in the NCEL League Cup as well. Obviously, Beverley, I know 5-3, but the score didn't really. It flattered Rozzo a bit. It should have been a lot more comfy than that. Rozzo scored 2 late goals. So we're going to be interested in this one because you never know. It could have been one. Would Beverley underestimate Rozzo a bit after that? Rozzo had, a lot more players back and stuff like that. And it looked like quite a close game, but unfortunately, it looked like a last-minute winner for Beverley. Took the 3 points for him.
Yeah, that's a good result for Beverley. But Beverley are a good team, as we know throughout the season. So
yeah,
they've
picked up a bit as well because I think they'd had a few bad results, but they've picked it back up now and they're looking like they're on track to get a playoff spot.
Yeah. Did Elliot Andrews score for Beverley? Because he's been knocking them in. I didn't see that. If he did not.
Nathan Afori and Adam Stockill.
All right. Yeah, good result for Beverley. Then moving on, Silsden 2, Penistone 0. So Silsden has got a bit of a gap at the top there. They're looking. Well, we'll come on to that later when we look at the tables, but they're looking good for the championship now. I'm thinking it's only about 4 games to go, so we'll talk about that bit going forward. Thackley 1, Handsworth 2. Good win for Handsworth at Thackley. And then Winterton 0, Golcart 3. So that's a good win for Golcart at bottom of the table. Winterton. So there's Winterton struggling at the bottom, just below us. So moving on to the Division 1, Ilkley 4, Glassalton 3. Now I've seen on there that was Eli Manville Anku. He's got a hat trick for Ilkley, and he scored, like Jimmy Hours, he scored a 90th minute winner towards the end. So 7 goals in that. So that's a good result for Ilkley. 7 goals. Supporters got the money's worth there. Louth 1, Dronfield 2. So a good win for Dronfield when he near the bottom. Maltby Main 1, then District 1, Nostell 1, Club Thorn 1, Selby 2, Brig 0. Good result for Selby. I saw the crowd there, 272. So they're getting a good crowd at Selby at this moment. South Leeds 1, Armthorpe 1, Swallownest 1. Good result for Appleby. 2-1 when you're near the bottom of the league. That's 3 precious points. Worsborough 1, Wakefield 3. So over to you, Si.
Yeah, it's you talk about Knaresborough for the Premier League. I think Worsborough's a bit like that for the Division 1, one of the tricky places to go get a win. They're always a test for anybody. Obviously a bit of an uphill downhill pitch there, and it was definitely a test of a match. It was a good game. Level at half time, as you can see on there. But we got 2 second half goals to take the 3 points. But a good solid win against a team that always battles well.
Yeah, a good 3 points away. Because, as you say, Worsbrough's a tough place to go, isn't it? Definitely. And don't they have a
Crowd as well for that one, I think. 230 is good.
Yeah. And do they have a sloping pitch at Worsbrough? Have I got that wrong? Did they have a bit of a pitch?
Yeah, we were downhill in the second half. That's what I'd love to see stats. I don't know. I wonder how many goals are scored in the downhill goal compared to the uphill one. I wonder if that's a factor.
Yeah, you never know, do you? No. Right, yeah. Right then, Yorkshire Amateurs 0, Woolwell 3. So good room for Woolwell, keeps them in the promotion playoffs. Then it's Horbury 4, Harrogate 0. I don't know if Jordan's. Have we lost the link to Jordan? Are you there, Jordan?
I'm here.
Very good man. Yeah, Horbury 4, Harrogate 0. Over to you, Jordan.
Well, I'm here, but I can't really tell you much about it because one, I wasn't there, and two, I've not got around to sorting out the highlights yet. I've got around to like the first half. From what I've seen and what I've seen on Twitter and on the VO footage, Harrogate started the better of the two, maybe in the opening 10 minutes. They hit the post, and had that gone in, that could have been a completely different game. We scored 2 late goals in the first half. First one from the penalty spot, and the second one, direct free kick, both from Jibril Bojan. I've listened and I've watched the VO back, and I do have to say that both decisions were probably not the correct ones, just being honest. So I think they feel a little bit hard done by to be going 2-0 down for 2 decisions that probably shouldn't have been given. And then Jibril Bojan got his hat-trick to continue his great run of form, and then substitute James Cusworth got the 4th. So yeah, pleasing victory, clean sheet. We've not had many of them recently. I think we've had 2 in the last 3, but before that we were looking back in end of November before we last got a clean sheet. So tighten up the defence, scoring more goals, and obviously that's better goal difference than what Wakefield got on the day. So it could well and truly come down to goal difference. So being better in the result at Wakefield was also a positive thing.
Yeah, that's very true. It's always good to keep a clean sheet, isn't it? Yeah. Right, moving on to the Monday then. Just one game in the Prem on Monday night. Albion 1, Handsworth 2. So it's a good win for Handsworth because it's always a difficult place to go to Albion. Then moving on to the Tuesday night. Well, look at this. Sheffield and Hallamshire Cup semi-final. Hallam 3, Stocksbridge 2. And did you see the crowd, guys? What the crowd was?
Massive, wasn't it?
I don't know how they pack them in. 1,255. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it, really? And I think they got a 90th, is it right? 90th minute winner, did Hallam.
It's a week for that, isn't it, now?
That's
about the fourth one we've said so far.
Yeah, there's been a lot of late goals, isn't it? But it's never over till it's over, I suppose. But 12:55, and I don't know who's in the other semi-final. Do you know? Does anybody know who's in the other semi-final?
Worksop won the other semi-final, so it's Hallam v Worksop in final, which should be a great game.
Oh, and where do they play? Do they play that on a neutral ground, or do we know?
I think it's at Rotherham United. I think I saw some overnight. It's at Rotherham United, so might try and get to that.
Well, I reckon there could be at least 1,500 for that if they've because Worksop's a good team. They've got a good following, so
they've got a following. So
that'll be. Have they set a date for it? Do we know?
I've got it somewhere. It's the first Thursday of May, so it's 8th of May. Thursday, 8th of May.
Oh, right. So it's a long wait for Hallam to play that, though, isn't it? But that should be a good crowd that night. And then we had another semi-final in the East Riding Cup, didn't we? A bit of a shock, really, I think. I don't know what you guys think, but Hull United 2, Beverley 2, and Hull won 4-3 on penalties. I think that's a bit of a shock, don't you think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it's one of the cups you never know. Like, Beverley got the full strength team out and stuff like that. We haven't been so close to the playoffs, but still, you've still got to beat them. So it's a great result for Hull.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And then another semi-final. It was a night of semi-finals. The West Riding County Cup semi-final. Golka 3, Pontefract Collieries 2. And I saw Golka in the final. I think I saw it on their Twitter for the first time. They're playing at the West Riding Cup final. So well done, Golka. And
Another 90th minute winner as well.
was that another 90th minute winner?
It was.
My goodness.
And another thing as well, Pontefract, they're the holders as well, so triple good one.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know that, Adam. Oh, well, that's another late show then, isn't it, really? And I see the other semi-final was Campion versus Route 1 Rovers, and that's not till the 9th of April. So that'll be, and it's usually played at the West Riding headquarters, isn't it, as well? So that should be a good game. Whoever gets through, it'll be a good match, that. And then we move on to Division 1 on the Tuesday night. Armthorpe 0, Durnan District 3, Glassouten 3, Athersley, can't read my own writing, 4. Good win for Athersley, 7 goals in that. So Paul Glassouten, yeah. Was that a 90th minute? Well, I can't keep up.
An 88th minute equaliser as well. I think they scored 3 goals in the last 7 minutes. Did Athersley? They were 3-1 down.
Yeah.
Lost in 10 to go.
Well, Paul Glassouten, I was looking on Saturday, they lost 4-3 to Ilkley to a 90th minute winner, and then 4-3 again.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't think Glassouten's going to get our team of the week.
No, I don't think they are. No. And they'll be fed up with 90th minutes. Then Swallownest 3, Louth 0, good win for Swallownest. And then Wakefield 1, Ilkley 2. So Wakefield, is it Wakefield's, is it 23 games unbeaten come to an end, let's say?
That's the right number, yeah. 23-game run. But we were beaten by the better side on the night. I tell you something, Ilkley were really impressive. We weren't anywhere near as good as we have been before, but still, I think Ilkley had matched us. They were really good. I think there'll be a test for anyone in the playoffs if they play like that. But yeah, that's the end of the streak. It's gone now. I think before that one, the last one we'd lost was back in early October. Quite a good run, really, but nothing lasts forever. It's one match. We've just got to reset. It's how we respond now. That's the key to it. It makes things more exciting, doesn't it? I'm trying to find the positives, you can tell.
Oh, there's a positive at Horbury's end up. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, that's, if I'm a Horbury fan, that's, it's a good result for them, isn't it? Really, because it's
absolutely.
Yeah, and you and vice versa. You'd look at the other way if Horbury lost. So it makes it very interesting now as we come to the business end of the season, doesn't it, Si? But in that match, did Wakefield take the lead, or was it Ilkley?
Nah, we were 2-0 down, actually. They took the lead in the first half. We were just second to everything in that first half. We did have a couple of chances, but most of it was Ilkley. Second half, again, they scored with 20 minutes to go. We pulled one back with 10 minutes left, but just didn't have enough to try and snatch a point out of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, Ilkley have been playing well recently. And they are a tough team. So, but good result for Ilkley. Well done, Ilkley. Right then, moving on. On Wednesday night, we had a game in the Prem, which was very significant for the top of the table, because it was Eccleshill 1, Silsden 5. So that's really kept them in going for the title now. It's theirs to lose, really, but we'll come to the league table shortly. But good. I saw something on the YouTube. I think Robbie Fox got a couple of goals and Casey Stewart. So 2 good marksmen there. So that's a good result for Silsden. And then in Division 1 on that same night, Maltby 4, Shelley 0. So that's a good result for Maltby. So before we do anything, we will go on to the tables before we look at the forthcoming fixtures. So we'll start in the Prem. Silsden played 35, 77 points, goal difference 32. So, and Hallam second, same number of games, 35, 70 points. So 7 points goal difference, but Hallam do have a better goal difference at 48. But a 7 point gap. Golka 34, 68 points, goal difference 39. And then we come to Thackley, 35 played, 62 points. So there's a 6 point gap there. So they can't win the title now because they can only get 71 at the most. So yeah. Then Beverley 35, 62, Albion 34, 61, and Handsworth 35, 54. So really, it's Silsden. I mean, if results go away on Saturday, and Hallam drop,
yeah, they can win it on Saturday. They've dropped, other teams drop points. It's theirs to lose. They only need 3 points, even if other teams got maximum. So
yeah, so it's on Saturday. So yeah, but we'll come to the upcoming fixtures, but they could win it on confirm it on Saturday. So we'll see how the results go on next week's podcast. Then at the bottom, not a lot of change, but we have opened a gap between us and ourselves, Gould and Winterton. Winterton 36-21, Gould 36-25. So 4 points difference. So we've got a really good chance now to finish 19th. We can't catch Frickley because they've played 35, 33 points. So most we can get is 31. So
it really is a shame that run's come so late because you're not going to be far off points-wise to Frickley. I know you can't catch them now, like you say, but
yeah,
you're not going to be far off them.
No, it's going back to what I said earlier, Adam, in podcast. I mean, to get all them points, 16 points in the last 12 games, you know, it's we're only 9 points from 24. First 24, it's a big difference, big turnaround, but it's a bit too little, too late for us Vikings. But we'll see where we are at the end of the season. We live in hope. We live in hope. Moving on to Division 1 then, where it's really hot in at the top. Now, after the results of the Saturday and Tuesday, we've got Horbury 38-86 with a goal difference of 63. Wakefield 36-81, goal difference 59. So only 4 goals difference and only 5 points behind. Wake has got 2 games in hand, but I'd rather be in Jordan's position to have the points on the board, then you know you've got them. Then Wombwell 36-78, 3 points back, and then we've the Ilkley, because their 2 wins it's put them up in the playoff positions really well. 38-70, but it's 8 points difference between them and Wombwell. Durham District 37-69 in the playoffs. Briggs 38-66. Worsborough 38-66, and then a bit of a gap to Selby 38-62. But Selby could still make the playoffs if they can win the remaining games. Then South Leeds 37-58. At the bottom, we've got Shelley 37-39, Nostell 37-30. Now, Dronfield and Appleby, they both won on Saturday, but Dronfield 38-29, Appleby 38-25, Yorkshire, which is 38-15. But did you see, guys, both Dronfield and Appleby have had 3 points deducted? Did you see that, guys?
Sorry, but I wasn't sure why.
Apparently an ineligible player or something like that for both teams, I think. When I read it.
I think, yeah, if I can read my own writing, Appleby played a player who already was serving a ban at Appleby, and Dronfield played an unregistered player. So the rules and regulations say it's 3 points in each case. But when you're only one swap, Nostell's 30 points. They're still 4th from bottom is Nostell with a game in hand, but Dronfield would have gone above Nostell, so that's a bit of a blow for Dronfield at this stage of the season. But I did hear it somewhere on the podcast, not where I heard it, that Dronfield players play for nothing in the management, so they're doing really well. But I did hear that on some podcast somewhere. Oh no, I think it was on last week's on our podcast with Was it Adam? Adam Big, the chap we had on for the spot from Talksport. I think he said that. So going on, because I'm waffling on. So it's tight at the top in Division 1. So let's have a look at preview of this Saturday's game. We start on Friday night. We've got Albion versus Fackley and Barton home to... Sorry?
I said that's a big game because they're both fighting for playoffs.
Yes.
Albion's got a game in hand. Albion's got a game in hand. And they're only a point behind as well, so Albion win that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's a real, you're right, Adam. Yeah, so that'll be a big boost for the playoffs, won't it? That whoever wins that. And then we've got Barton versus Tadcaster, and then we've got 3 games in Division 1. Durnan District versus Nostell, Harrogate versus Ilkley, and Wombwell versus Worsborough. So that's so that'll be a good game. Wombwell and Worsborough. For Wombwell will want to keep in the playoffs, and Worsborough will need a win to keep in touch with the playoffs. So that should be a good game. And then we come Saturday. Now Saturday is the non-league day, isn't it, guys? There's no league football, and it's the international. It's non-league day on the Saturday 22nd. We start in the Prem, Beverley versus Campion. Bottisford at home to Rossington. Will you be going, Adam, to Rossington for that one?
No, I can't make it, unfortunately. But should be a good one. Tough place to go, Bottisford. But you never know.
No, yeah, because it's on their 3G as well, isn't it? So it might give Bottisford a slight advantage. But as you say, you never know. Frickley home to Parkgate. I noticed that's a 12:30 kickoff for all you Parkgate fans that are listening. You probably know that anyhow, but I just thought I'd say 12:30 kickoff, early kickoff. And then probably the game in the Premier Division, or the game of the day, really. Golcar at home to Hallam. So when you look at the league table there, Golcar's 2 points behind with a game in hand. It's a game that, it could go either way, really. But if you want to stay second and third to get them home games in the playoff positions, but it should be a good game, that, guys, don't you think?
Definitely. I think Sills will have a close eye on that one as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
probably a draw.
They would probably hope Golcar and Hallam have a draw. That's probably the best result for them. Yeah, when you look at it. Moving on, Handsworth at home to Knaresborough, Penistone at home to Eccleshill, and then Pickering at home to Silsden. So I reckon the Silsden supporters Pickering will be keeping an eye on that on the Golcar Hallam and see how that's going. But Silsden can only do what they do. If Silsden win, it could be theirs by the end of the afternoon, the championship. But we'll see next week. Then moving into Division 1, Appleby at home to Wakefield side.
Yeah, I'm missing that one, unfortunately. I've not been to that one. It's one of the grounds I've not played yet. But shame. I'm not going to see that one, but hopefully we can get back to winning ways. Now we've got a coach of fans going over for it, so hopefully it's a good day out for them.
Oh, very good. They've got a coach. That's good. That's good indeed. That will boost the gate for Appleby as well, help their finances, which is always good. And in fact, when you think it's non-league day, with no league or championship Premier, there might be some good gates on Saturday with all the matches, So fingers crossed for that. Unfortunately, Gould don't have a game for some reason. We'll miss out on non-league day, so we've no fixture. Moving on, Armthorpe home to Swallownest, Brig at home to Shelley. Well, I say Brig at home, but that game being played at Winterton's Rangers ground, because Briggs having some work done on their pitch, as I understand. Then Clubthorne at home to Selby. Well, that's a big game for Selby because they really need a win at this stage because they're in 8th position, 62 points. So if they want to get that sixth position. They really need to win. They really need to win on Saturday because it'll be a tough task if not. So we'll see how that goes. Dronfield at home to Maltby. Glasshoughton at home to Louth. And Hornbury at home to Yorkshire Amateurs, Jordan. Have we lost the link to Jordan? I think we have. Yeah, we have. So I say Horbury home to Yorkshire Amateurs. And when I look at that, really, no disrespect to Appleby and Yorkshire Amateurs, but I would expect Wakefield and Horbury to probably win that. But then next week I'll come on here and I'll have egg on my face.
Something will probably slip up somewhere, yeah. But as we always said, you'd never take any team lightly in this division.
No, especially when, just going back to Winterton, they could go to Sulby a few weeks back and win there. You just never know, do you? You never know.
It's that time of year where you get some really weird results coming in when teams are fighting for their lives and fighting to get promotion.
Yeah, absolutely. So you never know. Then we've got South Leeds at home to Athersley. That completes the Division 1 fixtures. And then we move on to Monday night. Another Albion at home to Bottisford. So Albion again, as playing Friday night and Monday night, two big matches for Albion to cement their place in the playoffs. So they'll be looking for 6 points in those two games, I would expect. Then moving on to the Tuesday night, the 25th, we've got Galcar at home to Frickley. And then Division 1, now then, Durnan District at home to Wakefield on the Tuesday night at Si.
Yeah, another tough one. They're good, they're in good form at the moment and looking for playoffs. So, yeah, that's going to be a tough game, is that one, I think.
Yeah. Well, they're all tough games when you get to this end of the time of the season, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Then Harrogate home to, on the same evening, Harrogate home to Club Thorn. And on the Wednesday night, another Division 1 match, South Leeds versus Wumwell. Because Wumwell in third position, so they'll be just 3 points behind Wakey. So know that Wakey fans will be keeping an eye on that result as well. So we'll go to our team of the week. So we'll start with Adam first. Who have you got as your team of the week, Adam?
I've gone for Ilkley this week. Like I say, they've done really well to get themselves back into playoffs after they slipped out of them not too long ago. They had a 4-3 against Glasshoughton in midweek.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, and then obviously a big win against Wakefield. So, like I say, it looked like we were going to miss out on playoffs at one point, but we've had two really big wins there to, kind of cement themselves into a playoff spot.
Yeah. Right. And Si, who's your team of the week?
I was going to say the same for the same reasons, but I did have a backup, luckily. I'm going with Golka. Two big wins for them.
Very good. Well, my team of the week, and I am sorry, Si, I have picked it, but I am going to go for Ilkley. I mean, two great results, and to go to Wakefield to beat Wakey on their own ground, it's a great feat that really where Wakey have been playing. So I'm going to agree with Adam. Sorry, Si, but I'm going to go with.
Like I say, I'd have said the same, but I just thought I'd play a backup. But yeah, it's been a very good week for them.
Yeah. Have we got the link restored to Jordan? Is Jordan with us still?
I don't. Yeah, is it working? Are we working?
Yeah, you there?
Right.
Oh, go on then. I'll go Ilkley myself.
Fair enough. Very good. We'll just drop back into the fixtures because we said that on Saturday that you're home to no, are you home? Yeah, you're home to Yorkshire Amateurs, aren't you?
Yes, we're at home to Yorkshire Amateur. We're doing a little bit with prostate cancer. I've been back and forth with a fundraising campaigner. So we've got plenty of pin badges and posters and QR codes, etc., in and around the ground. We've had someone who was an Ossett fan that's put us forward. So I believe we're one of 10 games across non-league it's going to be showcased on social media. So that should be good. Should increase attendances, hopefully. And fingers crossed, yeah, we pick up the 3 points. As you've said previously, dare you say that Appleby and Yorkshire Amateur will pick up points, but it's highly unlikely. I guess it's who can score the most goal difference might be a key factor on that fixture as well.
Yeah. As you get towards the end of the season, goal difference might really come into play because there's not much difference between both of you, really, Aubrey and in Wakefield. Right, just moving on. See, the draw has been made for the JCP Construction NCEL League Cup semi-finals in memory of Barton Town keeper James Hitchcock. And I see it's Knaresborough home to Penistone on the 1st of April. And then on the Tuesday, the 8th of April, Beverley home to Silsden. So that should be 2 good games, especially the Beverley-Silsden. Because I think the final has been played at Scunthorpe on the May the 6th, I think it is. Or is it May the... Anyway, I know it's the first Tuesday in May. So that's 2 good games to look forward to. And I also see on Beverley, when they're at home on Saturday to Campion, they're opening a new stand at the Grove Park end of their Norwood Park ground. And it's going to add 50 seats and capacity for 100 standing. So well done, Beverley. Because you always try if you can upgrade your ground. It all helps if you get near promotion and to pass the ground gradings. And I understand the Holborn former professional boxer Tommy Coyle is to open the new stand. So well done, Beverley. So it'd be non-league day. That should get a good crowd down at the Northwood ground. I would imagine. And then I've been looking at, because not so many fixtures to go. I've just been looking at some of the remaining fixtures. So starting Division 1, I'm just looking at Aubrey's fixtures. You've got 4 games to go. So you're home to Yorkshire Amateurs this week. Then you're away to Ilkley, home to Louth, and away to Maltby. So I was looking and thinking, is it a week on Saturday you play Ilkley away? That should be a big game for Aubrey.
I watched the second half of the Ilkley game, Ilkley-Wakey game on Tuesday. I was quite impressed that they looked to play out from the back, even on tricky surfaces. So especially on their 4G, it's going to be a difficult one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Durnan District on Tuesday can do us a favour. So then it puts it back in our hands. That'd be nice. But yeah, we're definitely a really tough test against Ilkley. But they're all going to be a tough test. Maltby have won a couple of games recently. Louth have hit form as well. So, it's going to be a difficult end to the season. But hopefully we can at least pick up 4 wins and then put the pressure on the other teams who obviously have won well in Wakefield. Have got 2 games in hand. So put the pressure on. That's what we want to be doing.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at Wakey's fixtures. I've got to say, we touched on Appleby with Rodham away. Then we've got, as you said, Jordan, Dern away, Armthorpe at home, Athersley away, Maltby home, and Brigg at home. So 6 matches there. So what's your thoughts on that, Si, on your remaining fixtures?
It's a running for me and Jordan here, where we're both going to be supporting our own teams and supporting teams that the other ones are going to play. I'm sure, like he'll be cheering on Durnan District, I'll be cheering on Ilkley. It'll be a little bit strange one for us. Does it give us a bit of something for us having 2 games at home at the end of the season? I don't know. Well, I just don't want it to go down to the last day of the season. I'm pretty sure Jordan's probably in the same position. I don't want a nervy last day.
That's it for this edition. If you've got any news for the podcast or you'd like to appear on the podcast, please email ncelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.